I've taken some of the most frequently asked questions that beginners have when trying to use Elementor Pro. And since I've been using it over the last 6 months to create my affiliate website, I thought it'd be a good opportunity today to create a tutorial video on how to use Elementor Pro, answering some frequently asked questions. Now guys, what I'm gonna do for you is, obviously I'm not gonna be answering every single question about Elementor Pro today in this video. So if you do ever have any questions about Elementor Pro, then just go and join our Discord community and feel free to leave a comment in there or ask me a question directly. I'm always happy to get back. I can even create a tutorial specifically crafted for you and your question, and hopefully you guys can get some good value out of it. So just quickly in regards to pricing, Elementor Pro does have a few different options that you can choose from. It starts the Essentials plan, which is $60 USD per year. And then it ranges all the way up to the Expert plan, which is $204 USD per year. So look, go and review the features, review the pricing, and then just go and pick the best plan that's actually gonna suit you. If you are watching this tutorial, you most likely will already have it, but if not, then you can go and check out the link in the description. So the first question I do see going around a lot is how to add an FAQ section with Elementor. So I'm just gonna show you an example of what I've created. So if I scroll down the bottom here, now I've got hosting of frequently asked questions. So if I click on that, so what is hosting used for? You click on that and it gives you your answer. So to actually go and create something that looks like this, you wanna go and get the accordion widget. So if I typed in here accordion, and let's just drop it in here for now. So once you drag that widget into there, you just want to sometimes click on this button to make sure you're definitely editing this specific element. And then once you come over here, so if you wanted to go and create your question, so let's say our first one was, what is hosting used for? And then start typing in your answer here. Hosting is primarily blah, blah, blah. And then that's pretty much, if you wanted to go and add one, you could just click on add an item, that's your third question, and then so forth. You can keep adding them on as you go. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do an FAQ section. Now, the next question I also see gets asked a lot, and this was actually something that I struggled with to begin with, is actually linking your Mailerlite and your Elementor. So for example, this is Daniel and I's free guide that we created. So to actually go and link this specific form here to our email, so to make sure that when someone goes and subscribes and says, send me the ebook, then they receive the correct one. So say for example, I'll just show you how to actually throw a form in there first. So if I typed in form and I could just drag a form in there and bang, it looks like that. So what I could do is now, so let's just scroll down here. Let's click on actions after submit, and we've got Mailerlite selected. So then it's gonna come down here. It's gonna give you this option here. So just click on that. Now what you're gonna have to do is go and put your custom API key in. All right, so when you're on your Mailerlite dashboard, if you go to the left-hand side and click on integrations, now you're gonna see Mailerlite API. So where it says API here, you wanna click on use, and then you probably won't already have one here. So what you wanna do is go and create a new token. So click on generate new token here. Let's just go with Elementor tutorial. Just make sure you click on I've read and understood the requirements, and then click on create token. So what that's gonna do is it's gonna give you this really long key. So all you have to do is go and click on copy. Then you wanna go back to your form here, and that's where you put it in here. So API key, it's gonna have default or custom. You wanna click on custom. You wanna paste that API key into here. So when you get your API key, you've pasted it in here, it's gonna give you the list of groups that are connected to your Mailerlite account. So if I go back to Mailerlite here, and I've got groups here. Now, you gotta go and create a group, and then if you want a specific email to go to whoever subscribes to your newsletter or submits a form, then you have to link that specific email to this group. And then this group gets linked to Mailerlite. I'll show you what I mean. So just looking at this form here, when I go on group, I'm gonna select free ebook. So that's the group that comes up for me. So if I go back to this workflow here, when a subscriber joins ebook, so this specific group, which is ebook. So when subscriber joins a group, then you select your group, which is ebook, and save. So now if you've got that form on this Elementor page here, linked to that specific group, and that email will get automatically sent to them. All right, so another question is how to add a table of contents. So this is just an example of an 11 Labs AI review that I've created. So this is what my table of contents looks like. So I'll just quickly show you how I created this. So all you got to do is you just want to go to the left-hand side here where it says widgets. I'm just going to type in table of contents, and then again, your drag and drop editor. It's really easy. Just drag it and drop it straight in there. Now, what it's going to ask you to do is include and exclude specific things by their tags, right? So you've got your specific headings. So your H1 headings, your H2 headings, H3, 4, 5, and 6. So what you want to do is make sure you go and filter your table of contents out so that you're only getting those specific headings. What do I mean by that? Let's just look at the one that I've got here. So if I look, I've only got H2 headings inside this table of contents. So what if I scroll down here? So what is 11 Labs AI? Now, if I go to that specific question and I highlight that, we've got heading 2. So if I was to go and make this as heading 2, then that would come up in the table of contents. Now, you can go and create your sub table of contents as well. So you could have your H3s and your H2s in there as well. But if you just want a standard table of contents that pretty much outlines every question that you've got listed within your article or your page, then this is pretty much all you want. So again, make sure that you've got it filtered out via what your headings are, so your H2s and your H3s and so on. And that's pretty much the easiest way to go and create your table of contents. So 2 more questions that I'd like to quickly answer for you. So for example, for myself, sometimes I like to include our videos within our specific blog articles. So to do that, I will just go to the left here. I will drag a video in there. And then all it's going to ask you is for the link. So all you got to do is just go get the link from the specific YouTube video, and then you paste it in there, and then it'll load like this one looks like here. Another question I see get asked quite a lot is how to add a section. That one's really simple. If you scroll down here, this is what it's going to look like on every page with your Elementor Pro. You just want to click on a plus button here. And then say we wanted to do just a single one, we could just click on this button here. And then if you were to drag a text in there, it would look like that, just normal text. If I wanted to do 2, I would click on this, click on that there, click on add an element, and then again, drag this in here, and that would be separated. So that's how you make a double section. Then if you wanted to make a triple section, it's the exact same process. It'll look like that. Click on add element, drag your text in there, and there you go. If you wanted to put an image in the middle of it, you could drag your image in there. Make sure it's got this sort of pink line through there that will indicate that it's going to be for that specific box, and you just drop it in there. So yeah, that's pretty much how you add a section as well. Now, the last question I'm going to answer is how to go and add a blog post into your WordPress with Elementor. So I'm on the WordPress dashboard here. If I go down here where it says posts and click on add post, it's going to now look something like this. So you can go ahead, put your title in, and then you can go and click on edit with Elementor. So once you click on edit with Elementor, it's going to bring you to a page that looks something like this. So this is your Elementor drag and drop editor page. Now, if I wanted to go and change what the actual page looked like, so this is what I've got specifically for when I go and add a specific post. This is already what my page is going to look like. Now, if you weren't happy with the setup and how it looked, then you can actually go to where you've got these post settings button here. Now, if you click on that and scroll down here where it says your page layout, now I've just got mine on default because this is how I like it. If you actually go and click on that, then it's going to give you a few different options. Now, yours may be different to mine, but for example, I've got Elementor Canvas, Elementor Full Width, and just theme by itself. So let's just show you what Elementor Canvas would look like. So something like this. So it's taken away the form on the right-hand side, the additional posts. So let's just go ahead and see what theme looks like. So if I click on theme, so there, that's what I've got selected. So that's pretty much my default. So that's what it's going to look like. I've got a form on the right-hand side. I've got some other blog posts that they could look at as well on the other right-hand side. And yeah, pretty much that's how you go and create a blog post. If you wanted to add your text in there, you could just click on text editor, get started with your typing. There's so many different widgets that you can choose from. You've got images, headings, button as well. So for example, I'll just quickly show you what you can do with that. So for a button here, whatever your link could be. So say for example, my link could be Amazon. Let's just go with www.amazon.com. And then I could change what it looks like. So the type, you could go with info. So that could go with a blue color. Success is a green. If you wanted to change what the button actually looked like, you could go to where it says style, scroll down here to where it says color, and then you can change it up there. So you can see as I went around with that, the color of the button actually changes. You can change the text color as well. So if we wanted to go with black here or whatever, you could go with green. You can always change these things up as well. Another cool thing is actually a hover. So hover is pretty much, you know, when you ever go on a website and you sort of hover over a specific button or maybe an image, and then it sort of changes color or it sort of bounces out. So what you could do is, for example, if I clicked on hover and then my hover animation, so let's go with, say, pulse, right? So once someone clicks on that, as you can see there, right, look, it's pulsing. So that's how you go and create a hover now. So you could go and change that again. That could be a grow. So that's just your standard one. That's pretty much what you would see on most websites. So if again, I'll just show you again, if I go and hover over that, and it sort of zooms out for you as well. So there's heaps of different animations that you can choose, like a push, and it's sort of like that. So you can always play around with it. Feel free to choose whatever you want, but yeah, that's how you pretty much go and create a blog post. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you do have any more questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. But if you did enjoy the video, just like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.